Hello everyone, happy Monday. Today we're covering the top fragrance releases for this past week. This is a series I do here every single Monday on my channel. We basically play Smash or Pass, Hot or Not with the newest fragrance releases, and it's a great time. So if you're interested, definitely do consider subscribing so you can see these videos every single Monday. I also have content posted on this channel on Wednesdays and Fridays, along with a ton of bonus content in between. Okay, so first we have a new release by Steve Madden for the summertime. A lot of the brands are coming out with their summer fragrances, so we are going to see some similarities and themes throughout this video, so I'm interested in taking note of that. So this is a heart-shaped fragrance called Goldie. It's supposed to be feminine and sweet, and it's inspired by the gold dust, kind of gold summer aesthetic. And this is a fragrance with top notes of Italian bergamot, golden pear, violet leaves, a mid of jasmine, gardenia petals, and marigold, and a base of sandalwood, eau fur, amberwood, and soft musk. I'm sure this fragrance will be a very approachable, warm sandalwood perfume, especially for the summertime. To be honest, haven't tried and loved a lot of the Steve Madden fragrances. I think this one is a smash when it comes to the juice itself. I would be interested in trying this fragrance out for sure, but I don't know if I can get on board with the heart-shaped bottle. It's just not something that I typically lean towards when I'm trying to think, okay, what fragrances should I add to my collection? Should it be the heart-shaped bottle, or should it be like something else? And I feel like this is maybe trying to go towards a younger demographic that would be interested in this, maybe like a high school girl or like someone who just started college that is interested in like a heart-shaped fragrance bottle. But I feel like if anything, that's the thing that's putting me off this fragrance. I just feel like it's not as mature as I would like it to be, especially if we're considering how much money they're probably going to be charging for this fragrance. And the thing is, I've gotten a lot more picky with designer perfumes lately because they do charge $100 and up for fragrances, and that is the same price a lot of niche brands are charging. So that's why I'm super picky when it comes to adding new designer fragrances into my collection for that reason. So this is a tentative smash. I would be interested in trying it, but if I'm being honest, would I actually purchase it? Probably not. Speaking of niche fragrances, we have a new release from Ramon Monegal. This is Pura Sangre. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly or not, but the fragrance itself has a really interesting scent pyramid that I personally am very intrigued by. We have top notes of saffron and rhubarb, a mid of sandalwood, iris, and oud, and then a base of leather and vetiver. In my last video talking about new releases at Sephora, I talked about one of the Charlotte Tilbury fragrances that has leather in it, and I think a lot of us came to the consensus that we really love leather perfumes, really smooth and elegant leather fragrances, and I feel like this will be a really smooth and elegant leather fragrance. And personally, leather is a note that I've very much gotten myself interested in and intrigued by, especially like leather paired with powdery accords. I find that there's something very elegant about that, and that's something that I personally would really love to try. So this is a smash for me. I would very much be interested in sampling this one and potentially consider purchasing it. This is just a really, I feel like this will be a pretty scent, and I'm excited to try it out. So next up we have a new release from the Brazilian brand called Eudora. This is called Kiss Me. So apparently it's going to be Valentine's Day soon in Brazil, so they added a flanker to their Kiss Me collection. So this is supposed to be a floral fragrance with gourmand elements, and it's inspired very much by chocolate. So this is supposed to contain a gold chocolate accord, but overall it contains top notes of cream, hazelnuts, and bergamot, a mid of chocolate, rum, gardenia, and then their Eudora secret accord with their brand, orange blossom and jasmine, and then a base of tonka bean, vanilla, and cedarwood. Now, this is something that I don't know if they're selling this in the United States, and for that reason, I don't know, there's no way I can really try this fragrance easily, so this is going to be a pass for me. But just based off of the scent pyramid alone, if I had access to this fragrance, I would absolutely try it, because it sounds utterly delicious. And I definitely think if you are in a country where they're able to ship this to you, or where this is more readily available and you love gourmands, check this out because it sounds absolutely delightful. Next up, we have a new release from Chanel. Now, this is one that I think I missed in one of my previous videos. I'm circling back to it because I mean it's Chanel, so it's kind of a larger release. It's a big deal. So this is a note or a fragrance that has notes of cherry blossom, aldehydes, and then iris, heliotrope, and musk. And the thing I can say about this is obviously it's Chanel, so it's pretty easy to try this fragrance out. So I mean I'll be able to bring you my opinion on it as soon as I try it. But this is interesting to me because we're seeing more and more often a lot of these really established houses experiment with gourmand notes, and particularly cherry, and in this case, cherry blossom notes. So you have a house that is known, like, I mean, Chanel, they're known for using aldehydes in their fragrances, but they're combining that with cherry blossom. So it's kind of like their modern interpretation of their house's DNA. So I think that's fascinating. I'm really interested in trying this fragrance out. Is this something I purchase? I don't know because I haven't tried it, but I feel like this would be a very interesting fragrance because Chanel is known for this like elegant kind of way of doing their fragrances, and to many people that elegance is a little bit boring. To me personally, the Chanel fragrances that I love because they're reliable. They stand the test of time, and that's why I am excited about this release, and I look forward to trying it out because I feel like this would be something I would very much be interested in considering. Because, I mean, a musky iris fragrance with aldehydes, I mean, that to me alone, that's something that I would be interested in adding to my collection. So this is a tentative smash. I mean, it depends on what the fragrance will actually smell like, but this is Comet by Chanel. Next up, we have a new fragrance by Giardini di Toscana. This is an Italian brand, and they have announced this new aquatic sea fragrance called Blue Mar, and this has top notes of bergamot, lemon, grapefruit, and pink pepper, a mid of marine accord and cypress, and then a base of gray amber and oak moss. This is something I would be interested in trying. I don't know if I would ultimately go for this scent because this kind of scent profile is one that I'm very particular with. Not a lot of marine fragrances are my cup of tea personally. I don't tend to reach for those, but I would be open to trying this out and giving you my interpretations on it. But this is just not a scent profile that I usually tend to go for out of personal preference. But I think the bottle here, the bottle design is really quite beautiful. It's like this intense blue color on the cap, and I think it's gorgeous. So if you're interested in this type of thing, I feel like this would be a good one to try. This looks like to me like it's strongly unisex, if not a little bit more masculine leaning. So new release by Giardini di Toscana. Okay, so new from Sol de Janeiro, we have their summer collection launching, and they're releasing this in collaboration with Jerome Epinette and Clement Gavari, both noses very much renowned for their gourmands. So, forgive my pronunciation on this. First, we have Beijos de Sol, then we have Caprioca Crush, and finally, we have Summer et Amour. So let's see. Beijos de Sol is supposed to capture the feeling of sun-kissed skin and beach days. So you have notes of mango, peach, coconut milk, frangipani, woodsy notes, and white musk. Then Caprioca Crush is a fragrance with lychee, pear, praline, pink violet, musk, and white cedar. This is a perfume that's supposed to evoke the feeling of rhythm and movement and kind of like be a second skin when it comes to that. That's something that's a common thread I'm seeing woven throughout this collection. They're trying to go for that second skin beach aesthetic, which is very much in keeping with the whole aesthetic and the theme of the brand. And then finally, Summer et Amour is a fragrance that has almond, tangerine, orchid, orange blossom, amber, brown sugar, woodsy notes, and vanilla. I want to smell all three of these. These look like they would be perfect for the summertime, very exciting gourmand fragrances, and yet without being too strong. I think I like my all-time favorite from the brand is Cheirosa 71. That body mist is so intense. It almost like I use it as a perfume. But I also really like Cheirosa 59. Even though Cheirosa 59, it was on my wish list, but I'm still not sure if I'll get it because it kind of disappeared on my skin rather quickly. I also really like Cheirosa 40. So I'm definitely interested in trying these fragrances out. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more information about these as it gets closer to the release date. Or wait, no, I think they're already out. Okay, so I'll try them out. I'll get back to you. I'll be giving you my thoughts, my reviews on these because they're available to Sephora, so I can actually try them. Okay. We have another fragrance from Cirque du Soleil. So they are coming out with a collaboration with Flower Shop Perfume Company. So they're releasing their first fragrance to chronicle 40 years of being in business. So they have notes of bergamot, cotton candy, red apple, iris petals, fresh freesia, butterfly, popcorn accord, vanilla bean, sandalwood, and caramelized amber. So what I find interesting about this is that they're kind of combining a few different things. They're combining like the legacy of Cirque du Soleil. They're obviously going for a circus theme, but Cirque du Soleil is very refined. They have a lot of performance and like they're very much known for their performative aspect when it comes to their shows. Like it's not just a circus, it's like a step up. So I feel like this would be a very interesting fragrance to try because I'm like wondering, are they going to go for like a vintage inspired twist on these gourmand circus notes? Like what direction are they going for? This is very intriguing, especially looking at the marketing material. Next up, we have a new release by Versace. This is going to be, let's see, Versace Eros Energy, one of their Eros flankers with top notes of Italian bergamot, blood orange, lime, lemon, grapefruit, heart notes of pink peppercorn, black currant, white amber, and then a base of patchouli, musk, and oak moss. Quite frankly, I mean, you might disagree with me, but I don't really love a lot of the Versace Eros fragrances. I'm curious to try this one out. I don't know if I'll love it because I don't like the other ones as much, and I believe this is meant for men. But I feel like this will be like a very zesty, refreshing fragrance for the summertime, nevertheless. Next up, we have a fragrance by Celine. This is called Zu. It's inspired by 60s French cinema. And this is specifically inspired by Parisian women with the short hair. That's the aesthetic that they're going for. And we have notes of vanilla, labdanum, benzoin, caramel, tonka bean, patchouli, and musk. I feel like this will be a very interesting fragrance to try because they're trying to embody that femininity, that effortless femininity, and seeing that in the fragrance would be very intriguing. So this is one I absolutely want to try. Alright, so those are all the fragrance releases I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed this one and that it was useful to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.